Think about the last toy you bought. Was it just a piece of plastic? Or was it an entry ticket to a multi-billion-dollar movie franchise? Today, we're looking at Mattel. Most people see a Barbie company. We see a legacy giant that just found a hole in its pocket the size of a crater, and they're trying to fill it with cinema and silicon. Welcome to the great 2026 strategic pivot. It's not about toys anymore, it's about survival. Every transformation has 3 legs to stand on. For Mattel, it's about making the business actually profitable again. Think of it as a corporate detox. Then, they're going all in on mobile gaming, because that's where the high-margin magic happens. And finally, they're scaling their IP. They don't just want to sell you a car, they want you to spend $20 on a movie ticket to watch that car fly. It's the, quote, 3-pillar transformation to decouple their bank account from the seasonal toy cycle. Let's address the elephant in the room. A 27% crash in net income. That's not a dip. That's a free fall. While the world was obsessed with the pink era, Mattel's balance sheet was bleeding out. Why? Because being a global icon is expensive when nobody's buying, and everyone's discounting. But here's the twist. This wasn't a failure. It was a calculated reset. They're clearing the old inventory to make room for the new machine. If 2025 taught us anything, it's that the tariff roller coaster is real. Imagine trying to bake a cake while the price of flour changes every 10 minutes. That's Mattel's supply chain. Between geopolitical friction and labor costs, they're forced to play a game of manufacturing musical chairs, moving production from China to Southeast Asia just to keep the lights on. How does a company lose 210 basis points of profit margin? Think of it as death by 1,000 cuts. Discounts to clear old dolls took the biggest slice, followed by inflation eating their lunch. The only thing saving them from a total wipeout? Their OPG savings program, basically the corporate equivalent of switching to generic brand cereal to save for a mortgage. Mattel has a big 3 problem. Walmart, Target, and Amazon control 42% of their global sales. It's like having 3 bosses who all decide your salary and your office hours. If these giants decide to hide Barbie on page 10 of their search results, Mattel's revenue disappears. This isn't just a partnership. It's a strategic vulnerability they're desperate to escape. The CEO says they're an IP-driven performance machine. That sounds fancy, right? But what it really means is, they're tired of being a factory. They want to be a Disney. They want to sell you the same character across a doll, a game, a movie, and a lunchbox. But can a toy maker actually become an entertainment powerhouse without losing its soul or its shirt? Dolls are facing a post-movie hangover. You can't have a billion-dollar movie every year. Sales are down 11%, but that's actually a win if you consider where they started. The strategy now isn't about hype. It's about brand stewardship. They're focusing on collectors. People who will buy a $100 doll and keep it in the box, because that's where the real money is hiding. While dolls are resting, Hot Wheels is on fire. 11% growth. These tiny cars are the ultimate recession-proof product. Why? Because a parent might skip a $50 dollhouse, but they'll almost always grab a $2 car at the checkout line. It's a multi-generational lifestyle brand that's currently Mattel's strongest engine. Mattel is closing factories and moving fast. By 2026, they want to save $225 million. Think about that. They're cutting enough waste to buy a fleet of private jets. They're moving away from a China model to a multi-source global network. It's about being agile enough to dodge the next global crisis. Here's the hidden treasure. Mattel 163. They spent $1.5 billion to buy the rest of this mobile gaming studio. Why? Because in a toy you make a profit once. In a mobile game, you make a profit every time a kid buys a digital hat or a new card. It's the high-margin future of play, and the growth curve is looking like a rocket ship. The 2026 movie slate is Mattel's Avengers moment. We've got Minecraft for the kids, Matchbox for the action fans, and Masters of the Universe for the nostalgic dads. Each of these films is a giant commercial that people actually pay to watch. If even one of these hits like Barbie did, the stock price won't just move. It'll jump. How do they stack up? Well, Hasbro has the gaming edge, and Lego has the premium margins. Mattel is the cinematic underdog. They have higher IP monetization potential than Lego but lower margins. They're effectively caught in the middle, trying to outmaneuver the giants by being the best at storytelling. Looking ahead to 2027, Mattel is promising double-digit growth. They're betting that digital gaming will eventually make up a quarter of their entire profit. It's an aggressive goal, but they're backing it up with a $1.5 billion share buyback. That's corporate speak for, we believe in this so much, we're betting our own money on it. What could go wrong? A lot. From data privacy laws for kids to people getting weirded out by AI-designed toys. And then there's the kidult shift, adults who buy toys for themselves. If Mattel can't stay cool for 30-year-olds, they lose a massive chunk of their future. It's a minefield out there. So is Mattel a buy, a hold, or a stay away? At HDIN Research, we think they've got the right map, but the terrain is getting bumpy. If you want the full data dump behind this analysis, head over to hdinresearch.com or drop us an email. Thanks for watching, and remember, in this economy, even Barbie has to work 2 jobs. See you in the next one.